Hello everybody, so this is the podcast for this assignment, and what you guys are going to be doing essentially is just adding like terms. And I can't explain why my cursor is the eraser right now. Can't explain it, sorry about that. So it says find the sum, and as you guys know, a sum is adding. So in place of this word and, I'm just going to put a plus sign, and it's going to add these together. Now, like terms, what they are is the same variable, var variable, and same exponent. So 4x squared and 7x squared are like terms because they have the same variable with the same exponent. So remember, this thing up here is an exponent. That's an exponent. Okay? So the sum of 4x squared and 7x squared. All you have to do is add the coefficient. So that's another big word. C-O-E-F-I-C-I-N-T, coefficient. Okay? The coefficient is the number in front of a variable. So it's the number sitting in front of that. So you add the 4 and the 7, which gives you 11, and it's still x squared. Then you have a 3x and a 7x, and you're adding them, so you get 10x. And then you have 2 plus 3 is 5. That's your answer. And you can't bring anything else together because these have different exponents. Now, just to play along here and I can bring you guys up to speed, when there's no exponent on a variable, it's actually a 1. Like 5. There's actually an exponent there. It's a 1. 5 to the first, if you type that in your calculator, is worth 5. Anything to the first power is itself. Okay? Whereas 5 squared is 5 times 5. 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5. The exponent says how many times do you multiply it by itself. So 5 to the first is only multiplying by itself once, so it's just 5. Okay? All right, let's try the next one. This is just worded differently. This used words to say find the sum of that. Okay. This doesn't use the words, it just says do it, and there's a plus sign in between, so I'm just going to add like terms. Negative 10x squared and minus 2x squared. That's just saying negative 10 plus a negative 2. That's negative 12. And the x squared is still there. That's a 1x to the first, and there's a 9x to the first. 1x to the first plus 10x to the first is, sorry, did I say that right? 1 plus 9x to the first is 10x to the first. I thought I missaid that. Okay. Now, this group here has no more things to add, but this one has a plus 7, and that's okay. It's just plus 7. Nothing got added to this. So it just goes along for the ride, and there it is, just plus 7. Okay. Still addition. 4x squared minus 8x squared. So that's saying 4 plus a negative 8. That's negative 4. Okay? You can do it in your calculator. When the signs on the numbers are different, subtract them and put the sign of the larger number back on. So negative 4. Okay? So it's negative 4 and the x squared is still there. There's no other x's, like this is minus 5x to the first. It doesn't have any x to the first here. And that's okay. This, like the 7 in this last one, this minus 5 just goes along for the ride, minus 5x. Now you have plus 8 plus 2, that's just plus 10. There you go. Okay. Now they say subtract, okay? And they're saying subtract this thing from this one. You got to be careful. It's not, you don't write it in the order that it's written. This is just like earlier in the year when we talked about this. This is being subtracted from that, so it comes second, and you need to put it in parentheses. And then we also talked about you have to distribute this subtraction through the parenthesis. So you have to write this thing out first, plus 4x minus 10, Now this subtraction distributes through. Minus 9x squared minus a negative 10 is plus 10, and minus a 1 is a plus 1 is a minus 1. Okay? Now add like terms. Minus 2x squared minus 9x squared is minus 11x squared. Plus 4x plus 10x is plus 14x. Minus 10 minus 1 is minus 11. And that's your answer. This one's just worded differently. You have to distribute this subtraction through this parenthesis. This first one stays put, nothing changes. Then minus a minus 7x is plus 7x squared. Minus a minus 4x is plus a 4x. Minus a minus 2 is plus 2. Now add like terms. 11x squared. 6x plus 4x is plus 10x. Minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3. There's your answer. Okay, that's all we got. Thank you so much for your time. Have yourself a great one.